Softly, let us drift beyond the veil of waking life. Tonight, we journey through the quiet pathways of the ancient afterlife, where spirits move like gentle rivers and stars whisper secrets of eternity. Let your breath slow, your body sink deeper into calm, and your mind open to the luminous echoes of worlds unseen. Across deserts bathed in silver moonlight, through temples forgotten by time, and along rivers that carry the souls of ages past, we will wander together. Each step is gentle, each moment a sigh of peace, as we touch the mysteries of life beyond life. Let the quiet winds carry you softly. There is nothing to rush here, only the soothing rhythm of ancient journeys, unfolding slowly like the petals of a celestial lotus. If your heart feels lighter as you listen, leave a quiet note in the comments telling me where you are drifting from. Or simply subscribe to follow these nightly journeys, where calm and gentle dreams await. The night opens like a quiet curtain, revealing a soft world where time slows and sound becomes gentle. Far beyond the noise of day, a river glows beneath a sky filled with pale silver stars. Its waters move with the calm patience of something ancient, something that has witnessed the rise and fall of many stories, many hearts, many journeys. You drift toward this river as though carried by a warm breeze. There is no weight on your body, no struggle, no need to decide anything. Only stillness, only the soft pull of a world made for rest. The river is the first thing you sense. It whispers, not with words, but with the tender hush of flowing water. The air is cool and gentle around it, like the breath of an old friend leaning close. Moonlight touches the surface, turning it into a long ribbon of white fire, not bright, not sharp, only soft, only kind. This is the whispering river of souls, a path spoken of in old prayers and ancient songs. A place said to carry the essence of every life, every joy, every sorrow, every love that ever bloomed and faded upon the earth. Here, nothing is lost. Here, everything becomes part of a quiet stream that remembers without pain and releases without fear. You float just above the water. You do not disturb it. You are a silent companion, drifting alongside the memories it holds. The river flows with steady peace, as though guiding you deeper into the dream of the world, where everything is gentle and nothing hurts. The stars hang low tonight, close enough that their light feels warm. Their reflections shimmer on the river, creating twin constellations, one above, one below, like two worlds touching at the edges. You drift through this soft corridor of starlight, breathing in the calm that surrounds you. A quiet mist rises from the surface. It curls like silver threads, moving as though alive. As it gathers, shapes begin to form within it, soft silhouettes, fragile and glowing. They do not frighten you. They feel familiar, like the memory of a lullaby sung long ago. These shapes are not bodies. They are not ghosts. They are the gentle echoes of souls who have passed through this river before, leaving behind only light, only softness. They drift in the mist like petals floating on a breeze, their forms shimmering with the faint colors of emotions once felt: rose for love, gold for hope, blue for longing, soft green for peace. None of them speak. They do not need to. The river remembers for them. Every ripple carries a fragment of their stories, turning old fears into softness, turning once heavy hearts into small, glowing sparks that rise and fade peacefully into the night. You float beside them, watching as their shapes dissolve into the silver air. There is no sadness here, only release, only the quiet truth that everything returns to light in time. The river bends gently, guiding you deeper along its luminous path. At each turn, the world grows quieter, as though every breath of the universe is slowing to match your own. You drift past smooth stones resting beneath the water, stones worn soft by centuries of flow. Their shapes are round, comforting, steady. Some say these stones hold the oldest memories of the river, not of pain nor of fear, but of simple things. A joyful laugh, a child's first step, a mother's warm embrace, the bright spark of a dream, little things that once meant everything. As you watch them glow faintly beneath the current, you feel a warm, peaceful weight settle in your chest. Not heavy, just grounding, like the river reminding you that even the smallest moments matter, even the quietest joys ripple outward forever. A soft wind moves through the tall reeds along the banks. The reeds sway together in slow waves, whispering stories older than any language spoken today. Some say the reeds are the river's memory made physical, stories rooted in earth, yet reaching for sky. Their sound is gentle, like silk brushing against silk. They bow as you pass, greeting you with a grace that needs no words. Far above, a pale moon watches over the river. Its light is warm, not cold. It spreads across the landscape like a soft blanket, making everything beneath it glow with a quiet holiness. In this light, the river appears endless, stretching into lands untouched by sorrow or time. You follow its shimmering path, floating in the slow rhythm of the night. Soon, the shapes in the mist begin to shift again. This time, they gather more clearly. They take the form of gentle figures moving at the water's edge, shadows of ancient travelers who once walked this sacred path. Some wear robes woven from simple cloth. Some carry lanterns whose flames never flicker. Some move with the grace of dancers, their steps soft and timeless. They are not here in body. They are the echo of footsteps taken long ago, footsteps of those who sought peace, understanding, or forgiveness. Their presence feels like a memory shared by the earth itself. You sense no pain from them, only calm surrender. These travelers walk the river seeking release from old burdens. And here, everything heavy was washed away. Their shadows now move like petals caught in a slow dance, turning their once heavy spirits into threads of light that rise into the night. You drift closer to the water, feeling its cool glow reach toward you. Not to pull you in, not to change you, only to welcome you, the way a soft blanket welcomes tired shoulders. The river speaks again, not in words, but in feeling. The feeling is simple. You are safe. You may rest. You may let go. You breathe slowly, deeply, and the air feels warm as candlelight. Each breath becomes softer. Each thought becomes lighter. The river does not ask you to forget anything. It only invites you to loosen your hold, to see that even your heaviest memories can become soft when placed in gentle waters. As you watch the river flow, a soft vision appears upon its surface. Not sharp, not demanding. A soft image only, like a dream forming through mist. The image shows a small child standing at the edge of a village. The child looks at the world with open eyes, unafraid and hopeful. A tiny lantern hangs from their hand, glowing faintly in the night. It flickers with simple wonder, the kind that fades too quickly as years pass. The child dips the lantern into the river. The light touches the surface and spreads in soft rings of gold. For a moment, the entire river glows brighter, warmed by the small spark of innocent curiosity. Then the vision fades, leaving only peace behind. The river's whisper tells you that every soul carries such a lantern. Some lanterns are bright with joy, some dimmed by sorrow, some flicker with memories carried too long. But in the whispering river, every lantern, no matter how faint, becomes part of the great light that guides souls onward. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is broken. Every spark finds a home. The river widens now, opening like a calm lake. The mist thins. The light deepens. You drift across the surface, surrounded by the soft glow of a place made only for peace. Small silver fish glide beneath you. Their movements are slow, unhurried, as though time touches them differently. They shine like tiny stars, swimming through water instead of sky. Some say these fish carry the blessings of the river, gentle reminders that even in the quietest hours, life continues to move with grace. Across the lake, ancient trees stand tall, their branches stretching like open arms. The leaves rustle softly, even without wind, sharing secrets the world has long forgotten. Their trunks glow with faint patterns, symbols carved not by hands but by time itself. These trees have watched countless souls drift past this lake. They have seen the river carry light into the unknown, and they have never lost their calm. You drift closer. The trees do not speak, but their presence feels grounding. Like protectors watching over the river, holding the edges of this world in place so that nothing can disturb the peace inside it. Your journey slows now. The river's pace eases into a long, gentle exhale. The air feels warmer, softer, almost like the embrace of a long night, welcoming you deeper into rest. The mist gathers one last time, forming shapes that seem to bow in farewell. They glow faintly, like candles burning low. Then they rise into the sky, dissolving into the starlight that waits above. The river narrows again, leading onward toward places unseen, places where understanding grows quiet and release becomes natural as breathing. You drift behind the fading lights, carried by the soft rhythm of the whispering river. There is no destination here, no end to reach, only this calm drifting, this peaceful surrender, this gentle floating through a world that asks nothing of you. Let the river hold you. Let the night soften you. Let your thoughts become light as dust on water. The stars reflect once more across the surface, returning to guide you forward with their tender glow. Their light pulses slowly, like a heartbeat at rest, each pulse softer than the last. You are carried deeper into stillness, deeper into quiet, deeper into rest. The whispering river continues on, endless, ancient, patient. It carries memories, dreams, and old echoes with the same gentle touch. And for this moment, it carries you. Its soft voice surrounds you. You may rest now. You are safe in the quiet. You are light drifting on calm water. Let yourself float a little longer. Let the river hold what you no longer need to carry. Now rest as the stars return to their silent watch above the world. Let us drift onward, into deeper peace, into softer dreams, into the next quiet chapter awaiting in the night. The night unfolds gently, like a soft curtain drawn across the sky. The world grows quiet again, and you drift back into the dream realm where time slows and every sound becomes tender. Far above, the heavens glow with a deep velvet color, calm and endless. Tiny stars shimmer across the wide expanse, each one trembling with a soft pulse of light, like little hearts beating peacefully in the dark. You drift upward, carried by a warm breath of wind. The air holds the faint scent of night flowers and cool stone. It is calm, inviting, like stepping inside an ancient story that has waited centuries to be told. The sky here feels alive. Not loud, not bright, simply awake, watching with gentle ancient eyes. This is the realm of the Starry Gate, a sacred place whispered about in old traditions, where the lights above are believed to be the souls of ancestors waiting patiently in the quiet. A realm where every shimmer is a memory, and every glow is a blessing sent down through time. You float closer, rising slowly as though supported by invisible hands. Your body feels light, soft, as if woven from calm air and moon dust. Below you, the world becomes a peaceful shadow. Above you, the stars open like silver blossoms. A path of faint light appears before you. It stretches across the sky like a glowing bridge. Its surface seems woven from stardust, so soft that even the night breeze passes through it. Some say this path forms only when hearts become quiet enough to see it, when the mind lets go and the spirit grows still. You drift onto the path, moving without effort. Your presence creates no sound. The stardust beneath you shifts in gentle waves, responding to your slow, calm breath. To your left, clusters of stars gather like families. Some shimmer in circles, some in gentle crescent, some in slow spiral. Each formation feels intentional, like a quiet symbol. In old stories, elders taught that these star clusters were gates. Not gates made from stone or wood, but from light, soft thresholds where ancestors waited to guide lost souls onward. Each gate was believed to hold the wisdom of generations, each one a lantern in the vast sky. The first gate glows pale gold. Its light flickers softly, like a candle burning low. You drift near, and the air around it warms with a peaceful energy. This gate is said to represent the first ancestors, the ones who walked the earliest paths, who lit the earliest fires, who whispered the first prayers into the dark. Shapes move within the gate. Not sharp, not defined, just gentle silhouettes, like figures made from mist, bowing in simple greeting. Their presence feels calm, understanding, patient. You drift past them, and the golden light stretches across your skin like warm silk. It does not speak. It simply accepts you, acknowledging your journey, offering peace without a word. Beyond the golden gate, the sky darkens into deep indigo. The air cools. The stars spread out, forming a river of light that arches overhead. Some cultures believe that this river is the heavenly path souls take toward the next world. Others say it is the trail left by the first spirit who walked among the stars. You drift along this glowing river, watching as the lights swirl in slow motion. Every flicker seems like a tiny story. The twinkle of joy, the flutter of a remembered touch, the soft ache of longing that someone once carried, all moving gently together, like petals floating downstream. As you glide forward, the second gate appears. Its color is silver blue, cool as moonlight on quiet water. The light forms a tall arch, wide and welcoming. Inside it, soft patterns shimmer, spirals, waves, circles, symbols believed to guide souls toward understanding. You drift closer. A faint hum fills the air, low and soothing, like distant singing carried on the breeze. The blue-silver glow settles over you, calming your breath even more. This gate is said to hold the wisdom of quieter ancestors, the dreamers, the healers, the storytellers who learned to listen to the silence between heartbeats. You drift through their light, and the hum grows softer, warmer. It feels like hands brushing away everything tired, everything heavy. The blue-silver glow moves with the rhythm of a slow tide, rising and falling around you. It guides you forward, but it never pushes. It simply accompanies you, like a gentle friend walking beside you on a quiet night. Beyond the second gate, the sky widens into an open field of stars. So many lights gather here that the darkness seems to fold away. Stars drift like snowflakes. Some move slowly, some drift in pairs, some cluster together like families seated around a fire. Old traditions say that when souls feel lost, the ancestors gather in the sky like this, forming constellations to help them find their way. Each constellation is a message, a soft pattern telling a simple truth. You are not alone. You belong to something older, something bigger, something full of love. You float deeper into this star-filled field. A soft, warm wind brushes your face. It carries the faint scent of burning incense and fresh rain, two scents often used in ancient rituals to guide the spirit toward calm. The wind is slow, like a long exhale from the universe itself. The third gate rises from the stars ahead. This one glows with a pale rose color, almost like the first hint of dawn. Its light is warm and tender, shaped like an oval, soft at the edges. As you drift near, the air takes on a gentle sweetness, like the smell of petals carried across water. The Rose Gate is sacred in many myths. It is believed to hold the memories of love, love lost, love kept, love given across generations. Not romantic love alone, but all love. The love of a mother lifting her child. The love of friends sharing food beside a fire. The love of someone who gave more than they took. Love that continues shining long after a life has ended. Inside the Rose Gate, soft shapes move again, small flickers like gentle flames. They rise and fall with the rhythm of old heartbeats. Each flicker feels like a blessing, a memory passed down like a warm blanket. You drift through the rose light, and the warmth settles around your chest, comforting, steady. As the gate fades behind you, the sky becomes clearer, and the path grows brighter. Soft trails of light weave ahead, showing the way toward a higher place. You drift upward, passing through layers of quiet air. The stars grow larger closer, as if opening themselves to welcome you. Soon, the highest part of the path appears. A vast arch of soft white light, wide as the horizon, tall as a mountain, gentle as morning fog. This is the starry gate of ancestral light, the greatest of all gates, the one believed to stand between the world of the living and the world of all who came before. Its glow is steady, like a warm sun softened by clouds. Yet it is not bright enough to hurt. It is calm, slow. It feels like the embrace of many generations gathered together. You drift toward it and the air hums again, this time deeper, fuller, filled with the soft energy of countless souls whose lives once touched the earth. Stories say that ancestors watch over the living from this gate, not to judge, not to demand, only to guide softly, gently through the quiet signs placed in dreams, in stars, in sudden moments of peace. As you reach the gate, its light moves around you like flowing water. It covers your shoulders, your hands, your heart. It carries no weight, only warmth, only calm. Shapes emerge again within the light, but they do not come close. They remain like distant silhouettes, comforting, familiar, peaceful. They seem to bow, or perhaps they simply breathe. Their presence carries the sense of belonging, of home, of being part of a long, ancient story. The gate does not ask you to step through. It only invites you to rest in its glow, to feel the connection between all who lived before and all who will live after. The light wraps around you like soft cloth. It slows your breath. It loosens your thoughts. It quiets everything inside you. The ancestral light seems to whisper, not in words but in feeling. It tells the simple truth that every life is linked. Every soul is held in the tapestry of stars. Every moment of kindness echoes across time, like ripples spreading across still water. You stay inside this glow, drifting gently. The air grows even softer. The hum quiets. Your thoughts spread out like thin clouds, drifting without effort. The stars above begin to move again, rearranging themselves into new shapes. A memory appears in their pattern. A circle of light representing unity. A small flame inside representing life. A wide ring around the flame representing the embrace of those who came before. The symbols appear and fade, their meaning simple and calming. Everything flows onward. Nothing is lost. Every spark joins the great light, and every spirit finds its place in time. Slowly, the starry gate begins to dim. Not closing, not fading away, simply becoming softer, like a candle being lowered in the night. It returns to its quiet watch, letting the stars take their places once more. You drift backward, guided gently by a breeze that moves like a sigh from the sky itself. The path of light forms again beneath you. It carries you downward slowly, like a leaf floating through calm air. The golden gate glows faintly in farewell. The silver-blue gate hums softly, offering a final note of comfort. The rose gate warms the air with one last breath of tenderness. Then the path dissolves like mist, and you drift through the dark of the night once more. The stars above return to their quiet shimmer. The air grows still. Your body grows soft and heavy. Your mind loosens, resting like a stone settling into sand. Here, in the quiet beneath the sky, everything becomes peaceful again. Your breath slows. Your thoughts drift. The ancestors remain above, watching gently. Their light guides the night, calm and steady. Now rest, as the stars return to their silent glow. Let us drift onward, into deeper quiet, into softer dreams, into the next gentle chapter waiting in the night. The night opens again, slow and deep, like a warm hand spreading across the horizon. The air grows still. The stars dim into a soft haze, and you drift gently from the sky of ancestral light into another quiet realm, one shaped not by water or by stars, but by sand. A calm desert appears beneath you. Endless dunes rise and fall in smooth waves, each one glowing under the soft touch of moonlight. There is no wind here, no footprints, no sound except the distant hush of shifting grains. It feels as though time itself has slowed, settling into silence like a sleeping giant. You float downward, peaceful and unhurried. As you approach the soft sand, the air warms like a gentle embrace. The night sky above stretches wide and open, holding 1,000 faint stars. Their light settles on the dunes in a silver shimmer, making the desert look like a sea frozen in stillness. This is the desert of silent memories, a sacred place spoken of in old stories, where travelers of the spirit once walked to meet the echoes of their own hearts. A place where memories rise from the sand like soft shadows, shaped by love, hope, and longing. The desert is quiet, so quiet that your breath feels like the only sound in the world. Yet it is not empty. It hums with a gentle presence, a calm energy that welcomes you deeper into its ancient stillness. You touch the ground without stirring a single grain. Your feet feel warm, as though the sand remembers the sun that touched it long ago. But the warmth is soft now, softened by night, softened by time. It steadies you. It grounds you. It invites you to wander without fear. You take a slow breath. The air tastes faintly of jasmine and distant rainfall, a scent that does not belong to a dry land, yet somehow lives here, carried by memories whispered through the sand. As you begin to drift forward, the dunes around you glow faintly. Their shapes shift in the soft night wind, but not in the way wind usually moves sand. Here, the dunes rise and fall like gentle hearts breathing. A slow rhythm, steady, ancient. You follow this rhythm deeper into the desert. The first ridge rises before you, tall and round, glowing with pale gold. When you reach its peak, the view opens like a dream. Dunes stretch to the edges of the world, all glowing with soft, warm colors, amber, rose, moonlit silver. Each one holds a memory beneath its surface. Memories that wait to rise, gently, peacefully, when the heart is still enough to see them. A soft vibration rises from the sand. You feel it more than you hear it. It is like a deep hum coming from the desert itself. Some say this hum is the voice of forgotten stories. Other traditions speak of it as the heartbeat of the earth, steady and comforting. As the sound deepens, a dune nearby begins to glow brighter. Its surface shimmers with golden ripples, like sunlight dancing across a river. Slowly, the sand lifts, forming a figure made of light and dust. The figure is not a person. Not fully. It is more like a memory shaped into form, a soft outline filled with warmth. The shape turns toward you, though it has no face, and you feel the presence of something familiar. A feeling of love, gentle and old. A memory not tied to one moment, but to many small moments woven together. Moments of kindness, moments of comfort, moments of simple closeness. The figure does not speak. It stands in the glow for only a few breaths. Then it bows slowly, as though thanking you for remembering. After that, it dissolves back into sand, sinking silently into the dune. You drift onward. The desert breathes again, slow and calm. Another dune rises, this one glowing with soft blue light. The sand rises once more, forming a new shape. This one smaller, lighter, glowing gently like the memory of a quiet hope. The figure lifts its hands, releasing small particles of light into the air. They drift upward like tiny lanterns, floating toward the sky before disappearing. These lights feel like fragments of dreams once held. Dreams that lived in someone's heart long ago. Dreams that grew, faded, changed. The desert holds them softly, without judgment, without sadness, just memory resting in peace. You watch the blue glow fade. The dune settles again, leaving no trace behind. As you travel deeper, the desert becomes even quieter. The dunes around you seem taller, more ancient. Their curves are smooth and gentle, shaped by centuries of silent wind. Each one glows with a different hue, soft violet, warm gold, pale ivory. Some dunes hold joyful memories. Some hold moments of longing. Some hold silent prayers spoken under old skis. Here in this sacred desert, all memories, bright or heavy, become soft. They lose their sharp edges. They become like sand, shifting gently, blending into the vastness of time. A warm breeze rises now, flowing through the dunes like a soft sigh. It brushes your cheeks and carries the scent of ancient incense. The wind moves slowly, as if mindful not to disturb the sleeping memories that lie beneath the sand. The breeze lifts one dune gently, just enough to reveal a shimmer of light inside. You drift closer, curious but calm. When you reach it, the sand opens like a quiet flower blooming in moonlight. Inside the dune, a scene forms. Not a harsh memory, not a sharp one, but a soft moment shaped by love. You see two figures sitting near a small fire. Their faces are gentle and peaceful. One hands the other a cup of warm drink. Their voices are not heard, but the feeling between them is clear. A simple moment of care shared in a quiet world. The fire crackles without sound. The light dances softly. The scene lasts only a short while. Then the sand folds back into place, hiding the memory once more. You drift away, carrying with you the glow of that shared warmth. The desert around you shifts again. The dunes take on a softer shape, curving like waves frozen in time. Their glow becomes deeper, more peaceful, like candlelight fading into dawn. Deep in the center of the desert lies a wide hollow, a bowl-shaped valley where the sand glows with steady silver light. It feels sacred. Still, as though the desert has chosen this place to hold its oldest, most tender memories. You float into the valley. The air becomes warm, like a blanket wrapped around your shoulders. The ground beneath you hums faintly, soothing your breath and quieting your thoughts. In the center of the valley lies a smooth stone, round as the moon. Its surface shines with tiny motes of light, swirling like dust caught in a sunbeam. This stone is known in old tales as the heart of the desert, a place where the earth stores the memories that touch every soul across all time. You drift nearer, and the lights on the stone rise like fireflies. They float around you, brushing gently against your skin. Each touch feels like a tiny whisper of comfort, a reminder that whatever has been carried inside the heart can become soft, can become light, can dissolve into peace. The stone begins to glow brighter. Images appear. Not sharp images, but soft shapes, gentle and slow. A child running through tall grass. An elder sitting beneath a tree in the evening sun. Two friends walking side by side. A hand resting on another hand. Small moments. Quiet moments. Moments that once mattered deeply to someone. The stone does not show pain. It shows the tenderness that lived alongside it. Moments that may have once been overlooked, now remembered with love. These memories are not yours alone. They belong to the desert, to the world, to the long chain of people who walked life before you. Memories shaped by longing, softened by time. The stone's glow fades gradually, as though the scenes drift back into the heart of the desert. The firefly lights settle once more, gently returning to the stone's surface. A warm calm spreads across the valley. The dunes around you lean inward, as if sheltering you. The air becomes still again, holding you in a quiet embrace. You drift slowly upward, rising above the valley. The dunes fall away beneath you, glowing softly in the moonlight. The desert stretches once more into a peaceful ocean of sand. As you leave the valley, the dunes begin to hum again, sending a final wave of comfort across the night. The memories settle back into silence, waiting for another gentle visitor in some far-off time. You float above the desert now, feeling lighter than before, as if some quiet part of your heart has loosened, softened, released. The moon hangs low on the horizon, painting the dunes with silver shadows. The sky grows deeper, darker, calmer. Every star appears like a tiny lantern, guiding you toward the next dream. The desert breathes one last time beneath you. A slow exhale, warm and peaceful. Now rest as the sand settles into quiet once more. Let us drift onward, into deeper stillness, into softer memory, into the next gentle chapter waiting in the night. The night settles softly, like a warm cloth placed over a weary brow. Far beyond the restless world, a gentle moon rises, pale and calm, as if painted by a quiet and ancient hand. Its light drifts down a long path of silver dust, leading toward a hidden place where time walks slowly and every breath moves like a quiet prayer. Here in this dreamlike hour, the temple of eternal echoes waits. Its stones shimmer beneath the moon's cool glow. Its pillars stand tall and patient, shaped by centuries of devotion and longing. Nothing startles, nothing rushes. Only a deep stillness fills the air, like the hush before dawn or the pause before a sacred word is spoken. You drift closer, carried by the soft rhythm of the night. The earth beneath feels smooth, almost as if memories have polished it over countless lifetimes. Each step is gentle. Each breath is slow. You move as though wrapped in a soft cloak of starlight. The temple rises before you, peaceful and grounded. Its entrance is framed by two tall columns, carved with patterns that resemble flowing water and drifting clouds. These carvings seem alive under the moonlight, as if they shift slightly, guiding you inward with a silent welcome. Just beyond the entrance, a mild breeze moves through the stone halls. It carries the faint scent of sandalwood and warm earth. It carries the distant echo of old chants, soft, low, and tender, like voices humming through time. This is the threshold between the outer world and the heart of the temple, a place where old prayers rest, a place where ancient wisdom lingers like morning mist. You step forward. The inside of the temple is bathed in warm shadows. Small lanterns hang from carved beams, their flames swaying with the slow breath of the night. The light they give is soft, brushed with amber tones. It pours across the floor like calm water, touching every stone with golden warmth. The ceiling arcs high above, held by rows of tall pillars. Each pillar carries engraved stories, circles, stars, gentle waves, and spirals that repeat like the rhythm of life. They speak without words, reminding the soul that everything in existence moves in cycles, returning again and again, like tides meeting the shore. Your footsteps leave no sound behind you. The air here is sacred, almost weightless. It feels as though every stone holds a sleeping memory, waiting to awaken in the faint echo of each step. Far inside the temple lies the Chamber of Whispers. It is here that the oldest echoes gather, prayers whispered by hands that once pressed together in devotion, hopes offered to unseen realms, songs murmured slowly into the night. You drift toward this chamber. The hallway leading there is wide and gentle. A soft current of cool air brushes past, carrying the faint tones of distant chanting. It is not loud, not clear, only a soothing hum, like a lullaby heard from another room. Along the hallway walls, shallow bowls carved from stone cradle small flames. They flicker in steady rhythm, casting shadows that sway like leaves caught in a slow breeze. The glow is soothing, steady, never sharp. It warms the path ahead, calming every part of the journey. At last, you reach the opening of the Chamber of Whispers. The entrance is shaped like a half-moon, curved and smooth. Inside, the chamber opens wide, round like the inside of a great shell. Its floor is made of pale stone, polished to a soft sheen. In the center rests a low, circular platform, carved with flowing lines that wind outward like ripples on still water. Above the platform, an unseen point in the ceiling seems to breathe a faint, silvery light downward, illuminating the center with a quiet glow. This light is gentle, like moonlight softened by clouds. It does not blind, it only comforts. The chamber feels alive, not with movement, but with presence. A quiet presence, warm and welcoming, like an old friend who speaks not with words, but with simple nearness. As you step inside, the air shifts slightly. A long, slow echo stirs from the walls, carrying a soft note. It rises like a wave of breath, then falls gently, melting back into silence. This is the temple's gift. Its walls carry the memories of devotion. Every sound that has ever passed through this chamber, every chant, prayer, wish, blessing, has settled into the stone, layering the space with the softness of countless hearts. You move closer to the central platform. The carvings beneath your feet feel warm, almost alive. They swirl like ancient rivers, winding around your path, inviting you to rest for a moment at the heart of this sacred circle. As you stand in the center, the echoes awaken. They rise slowly, like mist drifting up from a quiet lake. The sound is tender, soft, shaped by breath and longing. It is a blend of voices, countless voices from ages long past, each one offering a gentle tone, a gentle word, a gentle rhythm. The echoes do not speak in any single language. They are not meant to be understood with the mind. They are felt like warm sunlight on closed eyes, like the calm hush of evening. The chamber holds these sounds as a mother holds a sleeping child, with care, with stillness, with profound peace. You listen. The echoes move around you, brushing lightly against your awareness. They seem to ripple outward, then curl softly back again, like waves touching a quiet shore. Some echoes feel like blessings. Some feel like soft reminders. Some feel like quiet farewells or gentle beginnings. But none of them hold pain. None hold fear. Only calm. Only peace. This temple was built by ancient hands for this purpose, to shelter the echoes of devotion, to let them float in this chamber for as long as the world turns, to allow every visitor to feel the steady heartbeat of eternity. The soft chants grow a little stronger now, still gentle, still warm. A low tone hums through the floor beneath your feet, almost like the temple itself is breathing. It is slow, rhythmic, comforting, like the steady exhale of a sleeping earth. You breathe with it. The chamber brightens slightly, the silvery light above softening into a warm glow. The carvings on the platform shimmer faintly, as though touched by a passing memory. Ancient myth speaks of places like this, temples where the world's quiet wisdom rests, waiting for travelers who seek calm, guidance, or simply a moment of peace. It is believed that echoes carry the truth of the heart long after the voice has fallen silent. What is spoken in love endures. What is whispered in faith lingers. What is breathed in hope becomes part of the great tapestry of sound that moves through all things. You feel that truth now. The echoes swirl gently, surrounding you with their tender presence. They do not press. They do not ask. They only soothe, like warm hands placed lightly on tired shoulders. Slowly, the chamber begins to dim again, settling into a deeper shade of gold. The echoes soften, drifting back to the ancient walls that cradle them. You take a slow breath. Nothing needs to be remembered. Nothing needs to be held. Only the feeling remains, a feeling of being surrounded by quiet devotion, wrapped in a calm that stretches across ages. As you step away from the central platform, the chamber whispers one last soft tone. It rises, lingers for a moment, then fades like a gentle sigh. You turn toward the corridor. The lanterns still glow with their warm amber flames. Their light guides your steps, falling delicately across the polished floor. The temple feels even more peaceful now, as though the echoes have settled into your heart, leaving behind a gentle hush that steadies your breath and quiets your thoughts. You move toward the main hall. The pillars stand tall beside you, their carvings now shimmering faintly as though touched by the same whispers. The ceiling above curves like the night sky, calm and dark, and full of silent wonder. The outside world waits just beyond the entrance. But here within these stone walls, a timeless calm remains. The night air greets you again as you step outside. It is cool, soft, carrying the scent of distant blossoms. The moon hangs above like a quiet guardian, watching over the temple with silver light. Behind you, the Temple of Eternal Echoes stands in perfect stillness. Its hallways remain filled with ancient breaths. Its chambers continue to hold the soft hum of countless souls. It is a place where time rests, where memories settle, where peace pools like clear water. You take a gentle step forward, then another. The night feels wider now, softer, as though the echoes follow you, wrapped in the folds of your awareness. Ahead, a quiet path stretches into the darkness, lit by moonbeams resting on stone. The world seems to hold its breath, inviting you to drift deeper into this dreamlike journey. Let the calm linger. Let the echoes rest gently within you. Nothing needs to be done. Nothing needs to be changed. The night is kind. The path is soft. Let us drift onward, into the next quiet chapter, as the stars return to watch over the dreaming world. The night unfolds like a soft blanket, its edges draped across the quiet world. Far above, the sky deepens into a calm shade of twilight, neither day nor dark, but something dreamlike and gentle. Stars shimmer faintly, not yet bright, but waiting behind a thin curtain of blue. A mild breeze moves through the air, carrying the scent of warm earth and distant blossoms. This is the hour when the soul slips quietly into the dream realm, and the old paths open once more. Tonight, the path leads toward a hidden place, a place where memories rest like dew on petals, a place where forgotten names bloom again in silence. It is known as the Garden of Forgotten Names. You drift toward it as though carried by a soft tide of air. The ground beneath feels cool and velvety, covered in short grass that brushes gently against the skin of your awareness. Everything around you glows with a faint silver light, as if the moon has sprinkled the world with powdered stars. Ahead, a delicate archway appears. Made of woven branches and pale vines, it bends naturally, as though grown for centuries with quiet purpose. Tiny blossoms cling to the vines, glowing softly in shades of pink, gold, and soft lavender. The archway does not call or command. It simply stands, open and welcoming, like the doorway of a memory waiting to be revisited. You step through it. A gentle warmth surrounds you, settling over your shoulders like a tender hand. The air hums, not with sound but with presence. A low vibration, peaceful and steady, moves through the garden, washing over everything with calm remembrance. The path ahead is lined with smooth stones, each one faintly glowing. They form a gentle walkway that winds into the heart of the garden. Tall trees rise on either side, willows with long, soft branches that sway like silk. Their leaves shimmer lightly as they move, catching the twilight glow and scattering it across the ground like countless tiny stars. You take another step, then another. Your breath naturally slows, matching the rhythm of the garden itself. Soon the flowers appear. At first only a few, small blossoms in warm shades of rose and amber, growing close to the path. But as you drift deeper, the garden expands into a vast sea of glowing petals, stretching out in every direction, as far as the soft horizon. Each flower has a gentle light at its center, like a firefly resting within its heart. These are the flowers of forgotten names. In ancient myth, it is said that every soul carries a secret inner name, a name known only in the quiet places of the heart, a name spoken gently by the spirit realms, a name that is not lost, but simply tucked away when life grows heavy. And when a soul completes its journey in the world, this secret name becomes a blossom in the garden, shining softly for all time. You pause beside a small cluster of flowers. One glows with pale blue light, calm and steady. Another shines in warm gold, like a small sun resting beside your path. Another flickers softly in shades of violet, as though whispering to the night. Though the names are forgotten by the world, they are remembered here, held gently by the garden, nourished by the twilight, protected by the soft wind that moves through the branches above. You lean closer to one of the flowers. Its petals open slowly, as if responding to your presence. A warm glow rises from its center, brushing gently against your awareness. You do not hear a word, but a feeling rises. A feeling of a life once lived, quietly and fully, filled with laughter, dreams, struggles, love, and a peaceful end. The garden does not show the stories with sharp images or heavy memories. It offers only feelings, soft, warm, and calm, like the last gentle breath before sleep. You drift onward. More flowers appear, each one glowing with its own light, each one carrying the soft memory of a soul. Some lights are bright like small moons. Some are dim, like candles nearing their final flicker. Some flicker gently, as though drifting between realms. Every flower has its place. Every name rests in peace. In ancient teachings, gardens such as these were believed to be bridges, pathways where the living could walk without fear, where the burdens of memory could loosen, where the forgotten could be honored without sorrow. As you walk deeper into the garden, a wide clearing appears. At its center lies a small pool of still water. Its surface is smooth and clear, mirroring the twilight sky above. Around the pool, white blossoms float lazily, drifting in circles as though moved by a quiet heartbeat beneath the surface. This is the pool of gentle reflection. You approach slowly. The air grows even quieter here, almost sacred. The hum of the garden softens until only the faint rustle of willow leaves remains. You kneel beside the pool, Its surface glows faintly with soft silver light. When you gaze into the water, you do not see your face. Instead, you see soft ripples of light, the mingled reflections of countless blossoms, each one carrying a forgotten name, each one resting gently in this sacred place. A slow ripple moves across the pool, as if stirred by a memory. Then another. The light within the water shifts and swirls, forming delicate patterns like drifting petals. In the stories of old, it was said that the pool reveals the peace that awaits the spirit, not through images of events, but through a calm understanding, a knowing that every soul finds rest, every name finds home, every memory finds light. You breathe softly. The pool seems to breathe with you. A warm breeze drifts past, carrying the scent of jasmine and night-blooming flowers. The branches above sway slowly, their shadows moving across the surface of the water like gentle hands offering comfort. You rise again, continuing along the path that winds around the pool. Beyond it, the garden grows even more vibrant. Flowers stretch as far as the eye can see, their soft lights blending into a gentle haze. Blue merging with gold, red with silver, violet with pale green. A tapestry of glowing memories, woven by time itself. Above the garden rises a lone tree. Its trunk is wide and strong, colored a soft shade of ivory. Its branches reach outward like arms offering shelter. And from its limbs hang thousands of small lanterns, each one glowing like a captured star. This is the tree of silent guardians. The lanterns do not swing or sway. They rest perfectly still, as though held in a gentle pocket of calm air. Inside each lantern glimmers a tiny light, a guiding spark for the souls whose names bloom below. You draw closer. The tree radiates a warmth that washes over you like a slow wave. Its bark is smooth to the touch, marked with faint lines that resemble flowing rivers. These rivers represent the journey of spirit, ever moving, ever returning, carrying the essence of each soul from one realm to the next. The lanterns glow brighter as you near the tree. Some shimmer like morning light on water. Some glow warm like candle flames tucked behind old glass. Some flicker gently, reminding you of birds resting on branches at dusk. Each lantern holds a soft echo, a memory of someone who once walked the world with love or longing, with hope or quiet endurance. A small breeze passes through the garden. The lanterns do not move, but their lights shimmer slightly, as though acknowledging your presence. This is the purpose of the tree, to hold the echoes of souls gently, to guide them toward rest, to keep their forgotten names wrapped in soft, eternal care. You step beneath the tree's wide branches. Its shadow falls across you, cool and comforting. The lights above glow like stars caught in a safe, protective net. You feel a deep stillness settle around your spirit, a stillness shaped by ages of quiet guardianship. After a moment, you move again. The path now leads toward the far edge of the garden, where the flowers grow smaller, their lights dimmer, as though preparing to drift into peaceful slumber. The willows here bow lower, their branches forming a natural canopy that filters the fatting twilight. The air is cooler. The hum of the garden grows softer, quieter, like a lullaby nearing its end. As you walk, the flowers slowly close their petals one by one, ready to rest until dawn. Their lights dim gently, never extinguished, only softened for the night. You come upon a final archway of vines, similar to the one at the entrance, but touched with deeper shades of indigo and silver. It marks the end of this chapter of the journey. You pause. Behind you, the garden glows softly, a sea of dimming stars resting on the earth. Each flower holds a forgotten name with love. Each lantern above whispers silent blessings. Each breeze carries the soft breath of remembrance. The Garden of Forgotten Names remains a place without sorrow, a place where memory is gentle, where every name is honored, where every soul finds peace. You take one last slow breath in this sacred space. Let the calm settle within you. Let the warmth linger in your chest. Let the soft glow stay with you as you drift onward. Ahead, the twilight deepens. The path continues into the quiet unknown, smooth and peaceful beneath the soft sky. Now rest as the stars return, and let us drift onward to the next gentle chapter of the journey. The night eases open like a soft curtain, and the dream world slowly welcomes the traveler once more. A gentle hush settles across the land. It is the hush that comes before dawn, when the world is wrapped in a dim silver glow, and every sound is faint, as though wrapped in wool. Far ahead, rising from a field of pale mist, a mountain stands in peaceful stillness. Its shape is simple. Its presence is calm. Its peak is touched by a soft gold glow, like a candle cupped in a caring hand. You drift toward it, feeling the quiet space around you open wider and wider. The air feels cool, like a soft breath moving over still water. The ground beneath you is steady, yet gentle, as though made of woven light and shadow. This is the Mountain of Quiet Light, a place spoken of in old stories, a place known in ancient teachings as a symbol of the long journey of the spirit. As you come closer, the mist curls around your steps like soft cotton. There is no rush here, no need to climb quickly. Everything invites slow movement, like the rhythm of a calm heartbeat. Soft winds move down from the mountain slope, carrying the scent of stone warmed by sunlight long past, and the faint sweetness of hidden flowers resting in the valleys below. The mountain stands waiting, not calling, not demanding, just waiting with the patience of something that has watched over the world for ages. Its light, gentle and warm, rests on its peak like a quiet promise. The first steps of the climb are soft and low, moving through a field of smooth stones. Each stone feels cool beneath the touch, as though holding the calm memory of old rains. Small patches of grass sway quietly, brushing against your ankles like soft hands guiding you onward. Above, the sky holds the last traces of night. Dark blues blending into the faintest gold. The kind of gold that feels more like a whisper than a color. Every mountain in old stories carries meaning. Some say a mountain represents the long path of learning. Others say it shows how a spirit rises, not through power, but through quiet patience. Here on this gentle slope, the mountain feels like both. It feels like a place where the heart becomes lighter, where the mind grows still, where the spirit steps back from the noise of life and looks out from a higher place, seeing everything with calm understanding. Your climb is steady, slow, comforting. The air grows cooler as you rise, brushing against your cheeks like soft silk. Distant birds begin to stir in the dark sky. Their wings make no sound, but their presence feels like a gentle nod of encouragement. Around a bend in the slope, a small shrine appears. It is shaped from smooth stone, worn by wind and time. No fire burns within it, yet a warm glow seems to drift from the center. The glow is soft, like the memory of a lantern once lit to guide a traveler home. Old myths say these shrines were placed here by monks who walked the mountain long ago. They believed that each shrine held a fragment of quiet wisdom. Not spoken words, not written teachings, just a feeling, a calmness for anyone who passed. You pause near the shrine. The glow gently reflects on the stones. It steadies the breath. It softens the thoughts. For a moment, time feels unhurried, like a river that has chosen to slow itself so the world may rest. When you begin moving again, the path narrows. Long grasses brush against your legs. They sway with a silent rhythm, like monks bowing in slow prayer. The wind moves through them with a sound like distant humming, soft, low, steady. The kind of sound that lulls the mind toward dreams. Higher on the mountain, the world begins to stretch below. The field of mist thins, revealing valleys shaped like gentle waves. Trees look like tiny strokes of dark ink painted on soft paper. Rivers shimmer like threads of silver, winding quietly through the land. From this height, the world feels peaceful. It feels held. It feels like something ancient and kind is watching over everything, guiding it through time with patient hands. The climb continues, turning at its own slow pace. Your steps feel lighter, as though the mountain is lifting you upward with every breath. The sun has not yet risen, but the sky grows brighter with each moment. Shades of lavender, soft rose, a warm gold spreading along the edge of the horizon like a slow smile. Ancient stories say that mountains touch the sky not to stand tall, but to remind souls that even the heaviest burdens can feel lighter when seen from a higher place. From above the noise, above the rush, above the heaviness of daily life, there is a small bench carved from old cedar wood halfway up the path. The wood is smooth and darkened by years of wind and rain. You drift toward it and rest for a moment. The scent of cedar rises softly, warm, clean, grounding. The bench faces the wide open sky, as though inviting travelers to simply breathe and release whatever weight they carry. The world below glows faintly, as though waking from a long, peaceful sleep. A few stars linger in the pale sky, refusing to fade too quickly. They sparkle delicately, like tiny reminders of dreams not yet forgotten. Above the bench, a thin ribbon of cloud wraps around the mountain like a soft scarf. Light shines through it, turning it into a gentle band of pearl and silver. The wind is tender here. It strokes the face. It brushes the hair. It speaks in a voice that has no words, only feelings, peace, rest, safety. When the climb resumes, the path grows steeper but still gentle. The mountain does not ask for strength. It asks only for presence, for quiet steps, for a calm heart. The stones beneath your feet begin to glow faintly with the first touch of dawn. Warm golden light spreads slowly, softly, like thin paint brushed across the world. The glow does not hurry. It takes its time, filling each crevice, each blade of grass, each fold of the mountain. At the next turn, a small pool of still water comes into view. It rests in a shallow dip in the rock, perfectly calm. The surface reflects the softening sky. Faint stars ripple gently, melting into the colors of dawn. It looks like a mirror held by the mountain, showing the world how delicate and beautiful the early morning can be. In some beliefs, still water on a mountain is a sign of clarity, a place where the spirit can see itself without distortion. Here, the reflection is simple, clear, gentle. It holds no judgment, no fear, only a calm picture of the world waking slowly. You drift past the pool, feeling smoother inside, as though your thoughts have settled like dust floating to the bottom of a quiet pond. Higher still, the wind grows warmer. It carries the scent of sunlit stone mixed with a faint sweetness, wildflowers hidden in small cracks and corners where sunlight gathers. Their petals are tiny, but they glow like little flames of color against the gray rock. Dawn now stretches fully across the horizon. It paints the world in soft gold. It brushes the mountainside with gentle warmth. It lifts the shadows and turns the sky into a warm, pale glow. At last, the peak comes into view. It rises just a short distance ahead. Calm, open, bathed in golden light that seems to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. This is the summit of the mountain of quiet light. a place where spirits in old stories came to sit when they wished to see the world with clear vision. A place where dawn always feels like a blessing. You take the final steps. The ground levels into a smooth, wide space of stone. A gentle circle, large enough for rest, large enough for silence. From here, the world stretches in every direction. Valleys roll like soft waves. Rivers shimmer like pale ribbons. Forests rise and fall like sleeping giants breathing softly beneath blankets of mist. The sky opens like a great, peaceful window, pouring soft gold across everything it touches. Standing on the peak, the traveler feels small. But the smallness is gentle, not heavy. It makes room for peace. It makes room for wonder. It makes room for a quiet understanding that this world, vast and ancient, holds every soul with care. The mountain breeze wraps around the traveler like a soft shawl. Its warmth sinks into the skin, spreading slowly, soothing tired thoughts. The light touches the face like a blessing, gentle and warm, as though spoken in silence. Here, on this quiet peak, ancient stories say the spirit can see the true shape of existence. Not with eyes, not with thought, but with a calmness that rises from deep within, like a lantern slowly glowing to life. From this height, all the noise of the world feels distant, soft, faded, like distant echoes carried away by gentle winds. The traveler sits on the smooth stone. There is no need to move, no need to think. The mountain holds the moment. Birds begin to rise from the valleys below. Their wings move slowly through the warm air. Some glide, some drift. All move with a freedom that feels like poetry. Their presence adds a tender rhythm to the morning, as though the world is breathing with calm lungs. The sun rises fully now. Its first strong rays fall across the peak, turning the stone into a warm cradle. The light does not blind. It softens. It expands. It wraps around everything like a golden embrace. The traveler's spirit feels both small and infinite, like a single leaf floating on a vast sea, like a grain of sand resting on a quiet shore, like a star shining softly in an endless sky. This gentle mix of smallness and vastness brings ease. It untangles silent knots. It loosens worries tucked deep inside the chest. It brings a sense of belonging to something ancient and kind. Stories from old temple say that mountains are places where the earth whispers, where the sky listens, where the heart remembers the softness it sometimes forgets. And here at this dawn-covered peak, that whisper feels clear. It feels like a soft reminder that every soul carries its own quiet light. A light that does not burn. A light that does not fade. A light that glows gently, guiding the spirit along its path. Time moves slowly on the summit. The shadows stretch and soften. The warm air rises gently, bringing with it the scent of wildflowers blooming in hidden places. The stones beneath the traveler hold a deep warmth, like ancient hands offering comfort. Far below, the world begins its morning. But up here, nothing stirs. Nothing rushes. The mountain is a cradle of silence, holding everything in a calm embrace. The traveler closes the eyes, letting the warmth wrap around every thought. Letting the breeze carry away anything heavy. Letting the quiet fill the spaces inside that longed for rest. Now, as the golden light settles deeper, the mountain feels like a gentle guide. Not pushing, not pulling, simply resting beside the spirit, offering its peaceful presence. Let the calm settle. Let the breath soften. Let the world below remain distant, while the peak holds its warm morning glow. And now, as the dream world shifts softly around the traveler, the mountain begins to fade into a pale haze. The golden light lingers. The breeze grows gentler. The silence deepens. The traveler drifts with the soft wind, carrying the peace of the mountain within. Let us drift onward in quiet ease. Let the warmth stay with the heart. Let the mind rest as the stars return in their own time. Now rest, as the mountain of quiet light softens into a gentle memory, glowing faintly within the stillness of the dream. The dream world opens again with a soft sigh, as though the night itself breathes in calm welcome. A dim silver glow spreads across a quiet landscape, where the edges of things blur softly, and the air feels warm with silent comfort. In this tender twilight, a shape begins to form ahead, broad, low, and ancient. A labyrinth, woven of stone and gentle shadow, rests in the heart of the dream. It rises from the earth as though carved by time itself. Its walls are smooth and cool, shaped by soft winds and silent hands from long ago. Nothing about it is harsh. Nothing threatens. The labyrinth stretches like a peaceful maze of calm pathways, inviting slow steps and easy breaths. You drift closer. The air around the entrance is heavy with stillness, the kind that makes the mind quiet on its own. A soft wind stirs the dust near the threshold, lifting tiny grains into a slow dance. They shimmer like little stars drifting in the half-light. The shadows between the stone walls shift and breathe, not with fear, but with a kind of patient welcome. Ancient stories say that labyrinths were made not to confuse travelers, but to teach them how to move with the heart instead of the eyes. They were places where the spirit could wander without judgment, without time, without pressure. You step forward, crossing into the first corridor. A cool hush settles around you, like stepping into a place where the world's noise cannot reach. The walls are tall enough to shelter you, yet low enough for the sky to be seen above. A soft blue sky, still holding the last traces of fading starlight. The corridor turns gently to the right. The shadow along the wall stretches like a long brushstroke. It is soft and thin, not dark enough to hide anything, only dark enough to soothe the senses. The light that filters from above is mild, almost sleepy, as if the sky itself whispers to you to move slowly. Each step brings a feeling of calm release. The mind loosens. The shoulders soften. Any quiet heaviness you brought into the dream begins to fall away, one breath at a time. Labyrinths in old mythologies often symbolize the heart's journey inward. The winding paths mirrored the winding thoughts within a person. The shadows represented memories and emotions once tucked away. Light and shadow gently trading places, teaching that nothing stays heavy forever and nothing stays bright without rest. You drift onward. The second passage opens around a gentle curve, wider now, with smooth stone beneath your feet. The surface is cool, like moonlit water. The air smells faintly of old earth and morning dew. Somewhere distant, a quiet drip echoes, like a drop of water falling into a still pool. This sound becomes a slow rhythm, guiding the steps. A breath. A pause. Another breath. The labyrinth is not silent, it whispers. Every stone carries a soft hum, like the murmur of ancient monks who once walked these turns in deep meditation. Their voices are not heard but felt. Warm, reassuring, like hands resting gently on the shoulders of the soul. Up ahead, a fork appears, though neither side feels like a choice that must be solved. Both paths glow faintly with the same peaceful tone. In this labyrinth, there is no right or wrong. Each passage simply leads deeper into softness. You drift left. This corridor is narrow, sheltered. Shadows stretch across the walls, thin and kind. The surface of the stone ripples slightly, as though shaped by flowing water. Soft beams of gentle light spill through openings above, painting the floor in pale gold. The blend of shadow and light creates shapes that move slowly, like quiet spirits drifting beside you. In many stories, Gentle shadows represent the parts of the self that need rest, not darkness to fear, but calm places where memories can lie down and breathe. These shadows here feel like that. They do not cling. They do not call. They simply walk along, neither ahead nor behind. You pause at a corner where the shadows gather like soft blankets. The air cools gently. A faint scent of lavender drifts through, as though tiny flowers grow somewhere hidden in the stone. You inhale the scent, and with it comes a sense of deep quiet, like being wrapped in a nighttime breeze. The path twists again, turning you toward a long corridor where the light grows warmer. Soft amber glows along the floor, warming the stone beneath your feet. Tiny motes of dust float through the air, shimmering like fireflies suspended in time. High above, the sky has melted into pale gold. The labyrinth is open to it in places, allowing light to fall through wide cracks like gentle waterfalls. The wind moves through these openings with a low hum. It sounds like distant chanting from a temple hidden far away. A soothing refrain that makes your steps slower, softer, more grounded. The corridor widens once more, forming a small courtyard at the center of the labyrinth. Here, a pool of still water rests in a round basin of smooth stone. Its surface is perfectly calm. It reflects the sky with such clarity that the boundary between earth and heaven almost disappears. You drift closer, gazing into the pool. The reflection does not show a face. It shows only soft shapes of light and faint shadows, blending gently like ink spreading in warm water. It feels peaceful to watch, unhurried, welcoming. In old traditions, a pool at the heart of a labyrinth represented the quiet center of the spirit, a place where all wandering thoughts settle, where the water holds every memory with care, where nothing is rejected, nothing is judged, and everything simply floats. You rest near the pool. The smooth stone beneath you carries the warmth of ages. The air around you feels delicate, as though woven from threads of silence. For a long, slow moment, the world holds still. As you breathe, the labyrinth breathes with you. The shadows shift gently, like soft creatures stretching in sleep. The light glows warmer, brushing your skin like a blanket of sunlit air. When you rise again, the path ahead feels even softer. A new corridor waits, its entrance framed by arching stone. Vines climb across the curve, their leaves trembling gently in the breeze. They glow with a faint, silvery sheen, as though the moon touched them long ago and never left. You drift beneath them. Their leaves brush your shoulder with a kind, light touch. The corridor beyond is dim, but not dark. A soothing shade fills it, like the inside of a quiet forest at dawn. The floor is covered in a thin layer of soft sand, warm beneath your feet. Your steps leave gentle prints that fade behind you, slowly brushed away by a whispering wind. It feels as though the labyrinth encourages letting go of each moment as you move on, not forgetting, but releasing. A soft turn leads into another winding passage. This one is filled with beams of pale silver light that slip through narrow openings above. The beams fall in long stripes across the walls, like threads of moonlight woven through the stone. Shadows drift across these beams, stretching and shrinking as the wind moves through the sky above. They sway like calm dancers, tracing slow circles across the ground. Here, the labyrinth teaches movement. The steps feel lighter. The body moves like water. The spirit flows through each turn without fear or hurry. Legends say that these wandering paths symbolize trust. The trust that even without knowing the full way, the traveler will arrive exactly where the soul needs to be. No rush, no worry, just quiet surrender to the gentle paths ahead. As you move forward, the corridor begins to widen into long arcs. The curves are smooth, like the inside of seashells. The light grows warmer again, as faint golden dust drifts through the air, catching on the walls and glowing softly. The shadows here are slower. They stretch and rest, as though the labyrinth itself begins to ease even deeper into calm. Another pool appears, smaller this time. Its shape is oval, like a calm eye gazing upward. The water is darker, reflecting the deeper colors of the sky above. It feels like a resting place for the night's memories. You pause near it. A faint ripple crosses the surface as a single drop of water falls from an unseen place above. The ripple widens slowly, gently spreading like a breath. You drift onward. A soft passage opens ahead, lit by gentle amber lanterns resting in small niches carved into the stone. Their light flickers quietly but never dims. The glow they cast warms the walls, turning them into soft shades of honey and rose. Each lantern seems to hold a tiny flame of old wisdom. Not the kind spoken aloud, but the kind one feels in the chest, a reminder that every wandering soul is safe. That every step taken in softness leads deeper into peace. This part of the labyrinth feels like a quiet embrace. Shadows stretch gently across the floor, curving like arms resting in calm compassion. The light mingles with them, turning each shadow into a soft cradle of stillness. Ancient myth once said that to walk a labyrinth was to walk through one's own heart, to see where the light rests, to honor where the shadows lie, to understand that both are needed for the soul to breathe. And so you walk, slowly, quietly, breathing with the gentle pulse of the dream. Another turn, another soft glow, another shadow stretching lightly across the path. The labyrinth does not confuse. It comforts. It holds the traveler with every curve, every changing light, every murmur of wind passing through stone. Eventually, a thin passage leads to the final chamber. The air grows warmer as you move toward it. The shadows grow softer, like folds of velvet settling around you. This chamber is wide and open, the ceiling rising high above. The sky can be seen through a round opening at the top. Soft clouds drift slowly past, glowing with the colors of early dawn. In the center of the chamber, a circle of smooth stone lies untouched. A place to stand, a place to rest, a place to breathe without effort. You drift to the center. As you do, the shadows along the walls begin to shift gently inward. They do not close in. They simply settle around the edges, like quiet guardians. Light pours through the round opening above, falling in a soft golden column. It wraps around you with the warmth of a gentle sunrise, warming the face, the hands, the chest. The shadows outside the circle remain still, watching with peaceful calm. They feel like memories resting, lessons learned, moments that once felt heavy, now softened into gentle shades. Here, the labyrinth teaches the spirit to let go, not to push away, not to fight, just to loosen, to rest, to let each thought drift like dust through a sunbeam. The golden light on your skin grows warmer. The air around you stills. The breath expands, slow and deep. Every corner of the labyrinth grows quieter, sinking into a deeper calm. Shadows breathe out. Light breathes in. A balance settles. This is the heart of the labyrinth of gentle shadows. A place where the soul learns that letting go is not losing, it is opening. It is trusting the softness of the path. It is surrendering to the quiet rhythm of existence. The dream begins to soften further. The walls fade like ink dissolving in warm water. The shapes blur. The shadows drift back into the earth. The light becomes a warm haze. You feel yourself rising gently from the center of the labyrinth, carried by a tender breeze. The stone floor fades. The golden column melts into soft twilight. Let yourself drift. Let the calm remain. Let the softness stay wrapped around your spirit. And as the dream shifts into deeper night, the labyrinth rests behind you like a warm memory, always gentle, always waiting, always safe. Let us drift onward. Now rest, as the shadows soften and the stars return to their quiet sky. The night grows gentler now. The long journey, filled with soft trails and quiet echoes, comes to its final stretch. The air around the traveler settles like a warm shawl. And just ahead, a pale glow waits. Soft as morning milk, calm as a prayer spoken long ago. This is the horizon of peaceful return. The place where every wandering spirit finds a tender end to the path. A place where breath becomes lighter, and even the wind seems to bow in silence. The listener drifts closer, or perhaps the horizon drifts toward them, slow as dawn rising over still water. Nothing rushes here. Everything arrives in its own steady rhythm. Like the pulse of a sleeping world, the land stretches wide and open. Shadows fold themselves into soft shapes. The sky rests in muted colors. Silver, pale gold, a brush of lavender. Far behind lies the labyrinth of gentle shadows. A memory now. A place that taught patience. A place that guided each step with quiet wisdom. Its soft corridors still linger in the mind, like a dream half remembered. Ahead, the horizon breathes. It glows not with brightness, but with a steady, welcoming warmth. It feels like coming home from a long, soft rain. It feels like returning to a door that always opened. Without question, some ancient traditions say that when a soul finishes its wandering, a path of light appears. Not sharp, not sudden, but mild as dawn touching the sleeping earth. It does not call. It simply waits until the traveler is ready to step forward. Here at this horizon, the traveler senses this gentle call, woven into the morning air. A soft breeze moves through the open plain. It carries the scent of warm earth, of distant blossoms, of clear water resting under the sky. It whispers of peace, of endings that are also beginnings, of the quiet truth that everything returns to a place of rest. The traveler moves slowly now, not because the body is tired, but because the soul recognizes the moment. This is the final bend in the road, a moment to breathe, a moment to understand. The ground underfoot is smooth, like polished stone warmed by the sun. Each step feels lighter than the one before, as though the weight of many seasons has fallen away, one soft moment at a time. The horizon grows clearer. Its pale glow widens, stretching like a gentle smile across the sky. The traveler feels no fear, only the deep softness that comes from knowing the journey is ending exactly where it should. Stories from old temples teach that life moves in circles, not sharp, harsh circles, but soft loops, like rings formed by a pebble in still water. Every ripple returns to the lake that first held it. So too does the spirit. After many paths, many lessons, many quiet discoveries, it returns to a peaceful beginning, not to lose itself, but to settle, to breathe, to become whole again. On this horizon, the traveler feels that ancient rhythm, not as a rule, but as a lullaby passed down through countless generations. The cadence of return, the music of completion, the wind, the sky, the earth, all seem to slow their breath, to match the traveler's pace. The world becomes a sanctuary. Ahead, a soft line of light waits like the edge of a sunrise. It shimmers, not bright, not sharp, just enough to guide the eyes and soothe the heart. The traveler steps toward it. Around them, shadows gather, not as threats, but as gentle company. These shadows feel like memories, old friends, soft triumphs, quiet tears, moments of laughter folded into time. They drift like warm smoke. They touch the traveler's shoulders with a lightness that feels like blessing. Every shadow bows as the traveler passes. Nothing clings, nothing pulls back. Everything encourages the return to the soft glowing horizon. A faint hum fills the air. It is not music in the usual sense. It feels older, something made of wind and silence, something the earth might sing. When it dreams, this hum carries the memory of every step the traveler has taken. It carries the lessons learned in deep valleys and quiet hills. It carries the warmth of the voices that guided the way, even when they were only whispers. In the dark, the traveler listens, and the hum settles into their chest like a second heartbeat, steady and comforting. As the horizon nears, the air grows warmer, not hot, but pleasantly mild, like the heat of a sleeping ember or a lantern shielded by gentle hands. The ground changes too. It becomes soft, like fine sand or cool dust. Each step dissolves without sound. The traveler feels lighter still, almost weightless, a floating presence beneath the sky, a drifting leaf carried by calm air. Some traditions say that the final steps before return are the quietest steps of all. They say that the spirit becomes something between breath and light, between sound and silence, something pure, something simple. Here, that teaching feels true. The horizon curves gently, not a line, but a soft embrace. The light spills outward, slow as honey, warm as morning, and in this soft glow, something appears. Not a gate, not a door, just an opening, woven from light itself. A space that feels familiar, as though it was always meant to be here, as though it has waited, through ages, for the traveler to return. The traveler pauses, not from fear, but from awe, a calm awe, a quiet understanding that this moment matters. The light does not rush. It simply holds steady, patient and kind. Beyond the opening, a faint landscape glows. Colors melt into each other. Soft blues, pale greens, gold dust drifting like morning fog. It feels like a home that predates memory, a place the spirit once knew, before it learned to walk, before it learned to speak, before it learned the world's weight. Here the traveler can rest. Here the journey finds its peaceful end. But the traveler does not step forward yet. Instead, they look back, one last time. Behind them, the long path stretches far, over valleys of healing, through forests of learning, beyond the labyrinth of gentle shadows, where patience grew like vines around the heart. Nothing from the old path feels heavy now. It all feels complete, like pages in a book that has reached its final chapter. The traveler breathes softly, releasing the final threads of the past. A small shift happens inside. Quiet, barely felt, but real, like the moment between night and dawn. When the world holds its breath, the traveler turns back to the horizon. The opening of light shimmers. It welcomes without words. The traveler steps into it. And here, in this soft crossing, Something beautiful unfolds. The spirit loosens, like silk unwinding. Thoughts stretch themselves thin and drift into warm air. Memories become weightless feathers. The sense of traveler dissolves into a gentle glow. There is no fear, only rest, only warmth, only peace. Inside the light, time grows soft. Moments blend, breaths expand. Everything feels slow, yet deeply natural. Some say the horizon of peaceful return is the final cradle, the place where the spirit rests after long wandering. Not gone, not lost, just held. Held by the quiet, held by the light, held by something greater and kinder than words can explain. Here the traveler settles, not into darkness, but into a soft radiance that feels like love, woven into mist. The glow wraps around them, layer by layer, cool and warm at once. The spirit becomes calm, calmer than breath, calmer than silence. A deep peace spreads through everything. And now, the horizon fades into a soft glowing stillness, not disappearing, but blending with the sky, the air, the resting soul. Everything becomes one quiet scene, a gentle morning that never fully arrives, a twilight that never fully leaves. The journey has ended. The spirit has returned. The path behind grows faint. The light ahead holds steady. And all that remains is peace, deep lasting peace, the kind that settles into the heart like falling snow. Now rest. Rest in the soft glow that lingers. Rest in the calm that spreads like warm water over the shore. Rest as the horizon closes its gentle arms around every tired thought. Let the breath slow. Let the body soften. Let the mind grow quiet. As morning mist, you have reached the place of return. You have reached the end of the peaceful path. And now, as the light hums softly, as shadows sleep, as the world falls into stillness, let us drift onward into the quiet beyond thought. Now rest as the stars return to their gentle watch.